Dungeons & Dragons Online was released in 2006 in what we could now say is the first big wave of the MMORPG genre. Among popular games like EverQuest 2, World of Warcraft, Star Wars Galaxies, these years in MMOs were crucial in setting the tone for the next 20 years in the genre. I have seen many MMOs come and go over the past 20 years. I still remember seeing news articles labeled the next WoW killer about every 4 to 5 months. I still even see articles with that title. For those of you that don't know, articles, they're like written TikToks with less cleavage. But I've seen so many MMOs die over the years. Remember WildStar? City of Heroes? Tabula Rasa? So many MMOs have fallen to the wayside over the years, while DDO has gone to a free-to-play model. And at the time, this could have been seen as the death throes of a dying MMO. But DDO has maintained a steady, tight-knit player base, along with passionate developers who are providing updates. And I'm not just talking about bug fixes. They just released 3 new class archetypes this February. 2023 new class archetypes coming out. A lot has changed in the genre over the past 20 years. Well, some things. But has it gotten better? RuneScape has recently had a revival with OSRS. Classic WoW had a successful re-release. And the current hardcore add-on has brought a breath of fresh air to an old game. But to stay on track here, Dungeons & Dragons Online has not had an official re-release. It hasn't even had a visual update. But what it has had is that the D&D IP, intellectual property, has been in an incredible boom over the past 5 to 10 years. D&D being played by the characters of popular Netflix show Stranger Things. Baldur's Gate 3 is coming out this year. And there was even a blockbuster movie that just came out starring the guy that got spit on by Harry Styles. But that's enough backstory. I could go on and on about D&D. In fact, I do. But you can go watch that over at this channel, Dallas Game. Self-promo, check. However, the purpose of this video is to see how Dungeons & Dragons Online holds up in 2023, almost 20 years after its release. Let's get into it. I will comment on some of the payment features later in the video, but all I've done so far is jump on Steam, install. You do have to go to like a weird, creepy website from 1998 to register, but other than that, it's pretty easy to get into. The first area I really want to dive into is character creation. And creating a D&D character is one of my favorite things to do, so let's jump into it. Creating a character, let's do it. All right, it's gonna be broken up into 4 categories here of styles. We have melee, spells, specialist, and iconic. So, all right, melee is gonna be your bread and butter. It does have their solo ability here, so all of these are gonna be good or very good. Smite evil on the paladin, rage for the barbarian. Fighters in D&D are the very versatile, can kind of build them how you want. Barbs, big weapons, and anger. Paladins, holy, smiting evil, good versus undead usually. Monk, punch people. So that's for our melee. Next we have spell. It's going to be sorcerer, cleric, wizard, druid, and warlock. So big variety here. Sorceress or sorcerer is going to be your specialized casters. So they're not going to have as many spells as the wizard, but they're going to be really good at the ones they do. So they can focus on fire, air, water, and earth, I think. So sorcerers will get bonuses to those specific schools. Clerics are going to be your holy or unholy with a dark apostate. Range of spells at their command, they excel. There are things called spell scrolls in D&D, and you can find those scrolls as a wizard and then scribble, scribble, scribble. Then you learn those skills. So wizards are gonna have the most variety of skills in the game. Next we have favorite soul. So I'm not gonna go over that. That is paid class, and this is a free-to-play sort of introduction. We have druid here, 2 archetypes. Blight caster, gonna be a lot of cursive poisons and acid, and then druid are gonna be our shapeshifter, etc. We all know this archetype. A lot of archetypes in games have based themselves off of D&D. So you're going to see a lot of these classes and be like, oh, I know this from other games. We have warlock here, which is going to be an archetype, acolyte, and warlock. So in D&D, warlocks have the biggest blasting potential with a skill called Eldritch Blast. So they're always gonna be like, pew, pew, pew. They're your pew pew blasters. And then a lot of their skills upgrade that blast. So that is our spells. Next we have specialist, which I am a fan of how this game does support classes, and i.e. specialists. So we have ranger with the dark hunter, the storm singer, and bard. So storm singer to be a little more aggressive, bard's gonna be your classic buff all your allies sort of thing. The way they do support classes though, there are traps in the game that rogues can disarm. I think artificers also can, but we're not gonna go over them. As you can see, also the alchemist here. Both of these are pay to unlock, but we have bard, rogue, and ranger available. I like how DDO does specialist classes where there are a bunch of traps all around and rogues can disarm them. So they're able to scout them out and just reduce damage to your party by sneaking ahead, scouting ahead, finding traps, disabling them all. And I know there's probably a meta where like once you start doing dungeons as groups, like everyone's gonna know where all the traps are, and it's gonna be up to the rogue to go ahead and just disarm them or get raged at sort of thing. So, but I haven't gotten that far yet. So, oh, then we have iconic, which all of these are paid for, but I will go over a couple of them. These are going to be based off of iconic characters in the game. So we have Morning Lord Clerics, Blade Force Paladin. This guy looks actually badass. But let's not go over that right now because I don't know too much about the iconic archetypes. So let's just, I want to play, I think Barbarian, to be honest. Good soloer. I just want to hit some shit. Yeah, big axe. That's what I want to do. I want to hit stuff. I want to rage. So what I like about DDO is if you are a newer character, like you can pick a path. So this is going to be like a pre-built, like self-determined thing. We have Savage of the Wild, Storm of Kargon, and Bastion of the Outlands. So we're going to have probably a defensive one, a more two-hander focused one, and then probably one that has storm damage. I like customizing. I know this is probably not great to do because I'm not 100% familiar with this game, but I do know D&D, and this probably doesn't translate to whatever modified version of 3.5 this is. It was just, that's fine. I don't care. I'd rather be bad at something I find interesting than good at something I find boring. So let's keep going. I do want somebody who's strong. Let's just go orc. I'm kind of feeling orc. Let's actually go dragon. Nah, orc. Something I do like about DDO is that each race has their own tree. So you can not only allocate skills to like a talent tree, you can then allocate your points of ranks into your race tree, which is going to give you certain bonuses depending on which races you do. So it's just another layer of customization, which I always like. I don't need to be smart. I don't need to be charismatic. I'm an orc. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm hitting things. Got them blue eyes. Oh, and D&D is alignment. So you can't pick evil in this because everyone is on the side of good, which would be cool if they did do a remake to have an evil side, because some people like to play evil. But I am a good old chaotic neutral type of guy.
You find yourself waking on a shore of flotsam.
Okay, so that's the first example of what I was going to mention is there is like in D&D you play with a dungeon master who kind of regulates and runs the game. In this there is that narrating voice which is kind of creates an interesting dynamic. So the UI definitely looks like trash, has not aged well. Barbarian Rage. Activate this barbarian ability to enter a bloodthirsty frenzy.
Here we are. Go inside and speak with Salimus.
So quests in DDO are kind of broken up into what are dungeons. This is the starter one, but going in there are difficulties. So this is just the starter settings. But it does say what I like here: duration medium, showing you how long it's going to take, grouping options, etc., how many times you've done it. And let's do it. Bitch. Oh my god, crit him. Natural 20 down here. Wise man once said, never stop going big dick. And a natural 20 right out of the gate with that swing is never gonna stop. 41 crit. What?
There are more of them up there. Stay alert.
Nice. So there are these resting things or resurrection shrines. I saw the spot there to spot danger, so I used the search ability. I have low intelligence, so I'm not that good at it, but yeah, I didn't even see it. The rogue is going to disable this trap. Boom. Now we can go through. All right, let's rage here. I'm prepared. Rage! Oh my god. Crush. Crack this bad boy open. All right, so as you can see at the bottom, I am level 1, rank 2. So that means I can rank up my enhancements, specialize my character a little bit further. There are two things with leveling in DDO. You have your level and you have your enhancement or rank level. Levels are going to give you huge upgrades, health upgrades, any sort of class features, and then we're going to have enhancements, kind of like WoW talent points. So here's that. The half orc, I have my own race tree here, which is going to be like, I get morale bonus when I'm low on health, regular strength bonuses, and then I have the enhancements for my trees. So the trees are the 3 barbarian trees. So we have Ravager, Occult Slayer, Frenzied Berserker. So just look at the first node of each. So the Frenzied Berserker, you build a psychic bond with your weapons. That's kind of cool. You strengthen this bond by damaging enemies with attacks. Each attack adds 1 to your weapon bond up to a maximum of 200. Attach me to weapon. All right, when I'm raging and you miss your attack by rolling 1, you gain fury. So do I want to be rage based? Do I want to never die, or do I want to be attached to my weapon? I mean, let's be a Ravager. Let's accept that. So I went over the class level and the rank level. I also want to touch on another thing that is specific to D&D, and I don't think another MMO has done this besides maybe Rift or First Guild Wars, I think. But multi-classing. So 1 level in Barbarian, when I level up, I could take a level in Rogue, or I could take a level in Fighter if I want to specialize in fighting, or if I want to turn into like a holy person, I go Paladin or Cleric. Now that is pretty crunchy, and there are probably like super specialized builds focusing on which multi-classes are best for certain things. Like I'm sure there's a master, mechanic, trap opener sort of guy. I'm not going to go into that. I'm just going to go pure barbarian for the sake of this. So let's get into the next dungeon. All right, the UI is definitely the biggest problem with this game so far. 1,000 pounds of weight. Holy shit, I am beefy. Okay, I got some bracers here as a reward. Reduces physical damage taken by 4. A bracer of assistance. I get the aid spell. That's kind of nice. I can just heal myself. Or reduces physical damage except for bludgeoning or slashing. All right, let's just take Axe Bane. Kill rats. Classic D&D. Get fucked on. Got him good, guys. Another classic D&D trope is puzzles, guys. Something I really do think other MMOs haven't really tapped into, though. I've played WoW the most, and there are definitely no puzzles in WoW. I guess there was the one in like a tailoring quest line that was kind of cool. But other than that, I haven't seen a puzzle in WoW in a long time. There we go. I'm ranking up, guys. Let's go talk to the trainer again. All right, more intimidate. Your power attack does 1 additional bonus point. Fuck yeah.
Performing some kind of ritual.
Not for long.
Life
is so... Yeah, my damage rating is way lower. Fucking breaking things. Where are you guys running from? Where are you guys running from?
If you search, you may be able to find out more.
I see nothing. I'm not scared of anything. So I can kind of just drag around a lot of the UI too. I could leave my friends behind. Uh-oh, time to rage. Rage! Just crushing him. Oh, I got some ointment, guys. Well, hold on. I ranked up again. All right, to the tavern. Come on. Get in here. Oh, prepare to die. Where are you going? One shot. One shot. One shot. First of all, chest. Mighty bracers and move silently. Oh, enhancement of strength on those too. Yeah. How you sleeping? Now you're sleeping forever. I feel like there should be dismemberment in this game, kind of like Age of Conan. That was fun. Good times. Got it. All right, Jacoby's down. The intro quests are done. Let me guys show you how leveling looks and what the difference is between leveling and ranking real quick. All right, so Barbarian. I would like to advance to the next level. Okay, so we're gonna pick our skills here. I feel like jumping has been going well, and ooh, I should search a little better because I can't see shit. -3 on the search. I can't see anything. Maybe spot, tumble. I'm not really a tumbler. I could be. So congratulations, you have completed training as level 2 Barbarian. You have earned the following: 15 additional health points, for a total of 60, a base attack bonus increase, and a fortitude save increase. That's cool. All right, 2 class features. Barbarian damage reduction. A barb can resist incoming attacks, shrugging off 3% of all damage. Nice. Very cool. Boom. So that is the progression system. And speaking of progression in DDO, I think now is a good time to go over what the company thinks of their progression. I'll show you guys the roadmap of 2023. Yeah, a 20-year-old game has a roadmap in 2023. Absolutely wild. All right, guys, we have the roadmap here. This was released in January, documenting the plans for 2023. So we have a mini expansion coming out, Vecna Unleashed. So that's cool. Vecna, what, classic, iconic bad guy in D&D, also featured in Stranger Things. Last quarter, we had the Unlikely Heroes update, which was 3 new archetypes: the Dark Ranger, the Blightcaster, and then the Acolyte of the Skin, the warlock that turns yourself into a demon. Just went across their 17th anniversary. We got another hardcore season coming out. That has been one of their boosts as of recently to population, is the hardcore servers, much like how WoW is experiencing right now. We have season 8 of the hardcore, and then we have some more stuff in quarter 4, an adventure pack in Night Revels. But so for population of DDO, how many players are playing? All stats here are from DDOaudit.com. Live population, we have 2,000 players just over, and 86 LFM. Looking for more posts. Here's the different servers and their population. Right now it is, you know, just after 4. We have hundreds of players on each server, which honestly they could probably consolidate these, I would think, to make the world feel a little more lively, but maybe there's a reason for that. But 2,000 players a day, and let's see, this last quarter, almost 500,000 unique characters. So still a dedicated population playing this game out there. The last thing I want to go over is the payment structure for DDO. How pay to win is it? In my research, the end game is going to be based around legendary raids if you can get there, but difficulties, they scale from 1 to 10, and those are gonna be kind of like your mythic pluses, or they're what's most similar to on like the World of Warcraft front. So we have that going on, and then also things called reincarnation. So you're gonna reincarnate your character at level 1, or I think you can do like a half one at level 20. Max level is 32, I think, by the way. You reset your character, you get some bonuses when you reincarnate, and then you play through the game again. You can rebuild your character into a different way or specialize in something completely different, and you get bonuses each time you reincarnate. So I know a lot of people, especially free-to-play players, can only reincarnate, but by that time you should know if you want to spend money on the game or not. Like, let's be honest, if you play through, you level all the way to max level, and you're like, I want to do it again, pay for the game, right? Speaking of paying for the game, let's go over the pay to win. So down here in the right, you can see this blue. I have 0 of them. If this blue crystal down here triggers you, makes you think of Lost Ark, it's the same. So you can add points. Let's just go quickly to, what was it? Races and classes. Let's try to buy one of the new classes here. So Alchemist is $14.95. What does this mean though? What does that translate to? Yikes. So I would have to do this payment plan, and that would be about $20. So roughly $18 for the new class. That seems kind of steep. Let's do the math real quick. So 600, almost 100 is $1. A little over, but let's just, for the sake of this, let's just say it's $1 for 100 points. But know that it's more than that. So everything I say, know that, oh, I'm also gonna get ripped off more than that. So let's just look here. The characters, so mounts here. So thinking about $20 for a mount. Yikes. XP boosts, $50. Am I doing the math right? Squid, you need 3,200 points. Oh my God, let's just go to the shop real quick. 3,200, which one am I gonna buy? Oh, $35. Okay, so $35 potions. All right, you could whale this game pretty hard. Is it pay to win though? Is the question that you guys are gonna ask me. Experience boosts. I mean, that's pretty winny. Guild experience. What about Slayer boosts? You get 50% bonus Slayer quest kill for an hour. Healing items. You can just buy items. Oh, buy potions. Okay, that kind of makes sense, I guess. Fast travels you can buy. You can buy boost to your account. More character slots. So you have to spend, it looks like $6. You have to spend about $6 just to get another character. Is there like a special? Yeah, special. Oh, you can subscribe. What does a subscription do? Gear? All right, let's just see. You can buy gear. There it is, guys. If you got the money, you got the gear. It's probably not the best gear, but I'm assuming you could just buy something that helps you out pretty well. +5 armor. Well, that's the pay to win structure. Is you can pay and you can then win, but it doesn't seem necessary. So maybe subscribe. I don't know. Speaking of subscribing, subscribe to this channel, Squid Legs, right down below. Click it, bell, etc. I'd appreciate it. Thanks for watching. As for a quick summary of DDO, Dungeons & Dragons Online, is it worth playing in 2023? Well, some of the pros, character building is strong, multi-classing, very cool. Customization for your character is immense, not quite like a Path of Exile, huge spiderweb tree, but build your class basically however you want. But I'm sure there's a meta involved, which I'm not too tapped into the meta, so I don't know how to guide you in that way. But multi-classing, also a thing, a combining of classes, rogue, wizard, barbarian, fighter, cleric, paladin. You can combine all of these in whatever order you want. I think you could multi-class with more than one class too if you want to do like a weird potluck of classes. The population is small, tight-knit if you like those type of servers. The D&D world is only going to get bigger and better over the next couple of years. It seems like it's been garnering a lot of attention and interest, so you'll be seeing more and more of Dungeons & Dragons. As for the cons, the UI and combat are outdated. That is true. The spell effects look trash. As for a pro, some of the quests are interesting and dungeons are very cool. The narrating voice does create a cool aspect to the dungeons, which helps with world building. Another pro, the sense of progression feels very good. So not only do you get the small micro step ups in your ranks and enhancements, but you get these huge level ups that feel great. Every time you do level up your character, like in D&D, you're gonna get these massive bonuses, really feel like you advance in the game. Another thing to add to the cons, I have disconnected on full screen Only in full screen windowed mode though. I have randomly just cut out and had to restart the game a couple times. So I think there are some memory leak issues, or they could be on me. Could be on me. Leave a comment, you know, help out the algorithm. Also tell me what you think of DDO and Dungeons and Dragons. So peace out, everybody. Love you.